Welcome back to the Recovery Channel. I'm Brian Ariel, Treatment Director of the Outpatient Recovery Program at Applied Care Services. Today we're going to talk about routine and structure. Probably something we don't really think that much about on our daily business because we're just kind of going around sometimes mindlessly, and we just don't really understand how important having a daily routine and employing structure into our life can be. And not only is this true just in like regular daily life, but when we're managing our mental health or our recovery, or sometimes even both of them, if we implement a routine that we do, that's what we do. 1, 2, 3. We put those things in our life. It brings stability and structure. So you might say like, well, I have a routine, or how do I develop a routine? Or why is a routine so important? If you remember when you were growing up, possibly, if you had a family like mine, there was routine. At 8 o'clock, you went to bed. You woke up at 7 o'clock, got ready for school, you brushed your teeth, you ate breakfast, you made your lunch, you walked down to the bus. That's a routine. Whether we believe we have a routine or not, even if we say like, well, I live an open and free life and I don't believe in routines, you still have a routine, okay? So let's get to acceptance on that part. Everybody has a routine. It just matters if it's a positive routine or a negative routine. A lot of times in our addiction and our mental health, we get stuck in a very negative routine that support our symptoms and keeps us kind of right there in our symptoms or in our addiction. So how do we develop a, say, healthy routine? What goes into creating a healthy routine? I think there's one key principle in developing a healthy routine. Does this hurt me or help me? Does this push me closer to where I want to be, or does it keep me stuck? And if you're feeling like, well, I'm stuck, so how do I get out of this? Or I'm happy. Well, try taking one thing that you'd like to change in your life. A small thing, something that we can observe, something that can be done really easily. A lot of times I'll have clients drink water and say, just in the morning, drink a glass of water before you get out of bed. Or first thing you wake up, drink a glass of water, and establish that in routine and tell me if that helps or if that is leading into more positive things. For those that can stick with it, they find a glass of water in the morning helps with a lot of things. Helps clear out the little pasty stuff you get in your mouth. It also helps wake up the brain and they're not as hungry or they're hydrating. And it can be a good thing to drink water right away in the morning instead of, espresso or coffee or something like that. So just drinking water in the morning. That's one thing you can do to establish a routine. Maybe it's like, I have a problem with taking my medications. I forget, I don't remember. Structure and routine can help us with that too. How about recovery meetings? We schedule things. And I don't say you have to be like scheduling everything on your calendar and holding to it like you have to do it. But a routine is something we can fall into, we can do. It meets our values. It helps support our management of what's going on. So to bed, simple routine of going to bed. Going to bed at the same time and waking up at the same time. When do you eat breakfast? When do you shower? All these things, right? You can use in order to build a routine and structure to set your day in a positive manner. We don't have to be running all over the place. We don't have to be set on our routine so like if we miss a part of our routine then our whole day is messed up, but we need to be flexible. I guess that's principle number 2. Be flexible. Be able to move around. Find the things that work for you. And you could take other people's suggestions. But for some people, a routine might be as simple as this. You have a set time where you go to bed within half an hour. And you have a set time of when you wake up. That can be very helpful in establishing your sleeping routine, which can pay off for our mental health benefits and bringing stability into our life. instead of staying up all night watching Netflix, passing out with the TV still playing. Another way we can establish routine is not only do we have that sleep and wake schedule, but we also can say, what do I need to do to make myself feel physically better? So if we're struggling with depression, we get to sleep down, and then we go, so what's the first thing I want to do in the morning? And it might be, I'm going to grab a cup of coffee or drink water, or I'm going to read the newspaper. Whatever it is, it's to set us up for success for the rest of the day. So the morning routine or the structure that we put in place can be our launching pad for the success of the rest of our day. Whatever that might be. It might be sitting down, having a cup of coffee, reading a devotional, contemplating it, and then moving on and getting ready for the rest of the day. So we really have to, when we're developing a routine, kind of look and see what are our needs. Keep it simple and be able to not be fixated, or the routine can change, right? Based on our needs. And why is this important? Stability. In managing our mental health and managing our recovery, stability is where we really need. Think about it. When we're symptomatic or we're craving or we're in our addiction, do we have stability? Do we have a routine? Yeah, we do. It might be a negative routine. It's still a routine. It could be a routine of where I don't feel like getting out of bed, or I'm going to, try to find my drug of choice, or I'm going to use my drug of choice, or I'm going to recover from the use, or I'm just going to isolate away from people. Some simple routine, something that you can just implement one thing in your day and build on that, I think that would pay off big dividends for you. So when we think about structure and routine, it's not bad. It can bring order to the chaos in our life. And I'm pretty sure most of you out there are like, how do I change my life? What do I got to change? And some people will say, well, don't worry, you just have to change everything. I don't like that, because there's many things in our life that work. We just have to take out the ones that don't, which means we have to be self-reflective. We have to look at the things we do. We have to be mindful of how they either lead us in further into our recovery, to a deeper understanding of self and how we relate to things, or we can just pull back and stay in our little pit of despair. And that doesn't sound like fun at all. So hopefully this video helped you, and hopefully it finds you well. And if it doesn't, find one thing in your life that you can establish a routine and structure around. Just one thing in your daily life that will make your day better. And focus on that one thing until the next thing presents itself. And you'll be self-aware, you'll be mindful, and you'll be able to adjust your routine so it's no longer holding you in place, but propelling you forward. Thanks for watching. Again, this is Brian Ariel with the Outpatient Recovery Program with Applied Care Services. Be well.